It's an awesome day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I hope you all are doing well today. In case you're coming across the channel for the first time, this is Property Matters, and this is where we discuss everything real estate. In case you're coming across this channel, do well to turn on the notification bell, subscribe to this channel, and please do well to share some of our topic or some of the things we've discussed on this channel with someone, because the information shared on this channel will help somebody not to make a terrible real estate investment. In case you want to know about real estate investment, you want to know about how to identify a fake land title, how to identify a fake and fraudulent real estate transaction, how not to make terrible real estate investment, how not to invest in government land. We've done so many educative guides. In case you're coming across this channel, subscribe. You can check our previous episode, and I can assure you that you will find value. So without waiting so much time, let's go to the topic of today. So today we're going to be talking about why government have marked some places for demolition, and today we're going to be sharing a lot of educative guides on what you need to do and how to identify some of these problems, and so that you won't fall into all these problems and of course circumstances that most times are not always predicted. So we've been talking about why government have marked some places for development. So today I'm going to be talking about safety precaution. More importantly, if you are doing an off-plan property. Now, to my greatest surprise, I discovered recently that some of the real estate developers that are building in Lagos, Nigeria, are not getting government approval, and this is obviously against the law. And of course, when you notice most of the recent cases of building collapse, you will understand that government is always firm on, of course, building approval and how you have to maintain some safety regulations in terms of materials, in terms of construction techniques, and as well as in terms of personnel that you have on site. So today I'm going to be sharing some important information with you, and of course this information will help you in your next real estate investment. Now, before I go further, let me quickly also reiterate the fact that I am not a real estate lawyer, I am not a surveyor, okay? But I help wise and smart, intelligent investors like you make profitable, safe, and of course reliable real estate investment here in Lagos, Nigeria. So let's go to the topic. Now, today I said I'm going to be sharing some solutions on how to identify, how to know if a real estate developer have gotten the needed approval for construction. We all know very well that off-plan is the main thing, and of course a lot of people are rushing off-plan because of the fact that it gives them the opportunity to spread payment for a very long period of time. Of course, you can watch your investment grow, but of course, if you don't understand that most of these developers that are building are not seeking government approval, and when government Lagos State Building Board storm those places, and if those approvals have not been granted, you may lose that building. So you may lose that ad-end money on the building that has not gotten required approval. So today I'm going to be talking about how to know if a developer has gotten approval and what are the warning signs of you going into an off-plan project that have not gotten the required building approval. So in case you're coming across the channel for the first time, turn on the notification bell, and of course let's go to the topic. Now, how do you know? Now, I'm quickly sharing some things with you which I discovered very quickly, and of course in the course of this video I'll be showing you some of the things, the requirements. Of course, I think I've explained some, but I will go some step further so that in case you intend to embark on your own building project, number one, you would not fall into fraudulent hands, and obviously you would also have adequate information at your disposal. So what are those things that government require for your building approval to be granted by Lagos State Management and Building Agency Control? Now, in the last episode I told you that one of the things they will require for is the soil test. Of course, I explained what the soil test is. In case you missed it, of course you can check subsequent video. I also talked about the building plan, okay? And of course, this building plan must be approved by the Architect Association of Nigeria. Okay, so if that building plan has not been approved, of course that may hinder your building approval to go as planned. Then another thing basically is that you're also supposed to submit some title document on those lands. In some cases, Of course, if it is a land you bought from people or you bought from Omonile, you will be required to submit the survey of the property. You also be required to submit the land document, which is the deed of assignment. You will also be required to submit the approved technical drawings. Of course, we have the structural drawing and we have the technical drawings. Okay, those also will be requested, and of course these are some of the things you will be doing. So you will also submit the survey plan number for the building, and of course now the technical drawing that will be submitted before an approval must be given must be approved by Koren. Of course, I'll be explaining that and that. So you will also be required to get some tax clearance documents, certificate from the Lagos State government, and of course the money you are supposed to pay for the approval to be granted is just a sum of 10,000 naira, so that they can open the file. And now most of the real estate developer we have in Nigeria cannot go through this process, and that is why. So how do you know if an approval has been granted? How can you safeguard your investment, knowing fully well that a lot of people are building, they are selling structures without getting approval? Number one is that when you want to buy a building, more importantly, if it is an off plan, you are supposed to request for the approval or the technical drawing of that structure. Now, if the approval has not been granted, you will notice that the Lagos State Building Agency Control Board don't visit the site regularly. Most times you will see something like, of course, what you are seeing on the screen. These will have a well signed and of course indicated logo that this, because sometimes when people are building, the job of the Lagos State Building Control is to frequently supervise the project, in order to assure that, number one, they're not using inferior materials, they're not using, of course, structures, and of course they are confirmed. They are, because the thing is that when you submit some document for approval, more importantly if it is the drawing, you will notice that most times they make some adjustments. So what these guys do, what the Lagos State Building Management Agency Control do basically, is that they regularly visit the site in order to ensure that those who are on site, those who are working on that project, are conforming to the building that has been approved. So once a developer fails to give you a copy of the building approval, once they are not following the Lagos State Building Regulatory Control, and you buy into that project, it's at your own risk. I have to say that. So, and that is why most times, I have said this several times, that the reason why we do this is because of the fact that we don't want you to lose your handheld money. So this is all you need to know. This is some of the things you need to put into consideration. In case you need more information about this building approval and structural drawing, you can give us a call, send us a message, and of course our team of professionals will put you through. Thank you very, very much for those who have been following this channel. And in case you're coming across the channel for the first time, do also subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and you'll be glad you did. Of course, my next episode is going to be mind-blowing because I'm going to be revealing some other things. So thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye. God bless you.